This is so important. It is so important. So I would like, before I give you a few minutes of address, or maybe I should just talk and then I launch it quickly because I only got 5 minutes of conversation. One, I'm sorry I could not join you first thing in the morning. I would have loved to. The conversation is very important. The initiative to bring you all together is even more important. When I became the Nairobi County Women Rep, before that, I had supported and sponsored My Dress, My Choice. It was again about putting women down. I've been to MSF. I initiated a conversation between them and the DCI. We need a forensic lab. We can't collect specimens and then we don't know what's happening with the specimen. And then we have repeat offenders. The same guy who rapes and gets away with it in an evening, right? In the mtaa, will rape again and again and again. Yeah. And we have serial rapists or serial devilers, but we don't know who they are because we're not able to take the specimen and be able to tie it down to the perpetrator. So we have to get there. I mean, even today they are solving cases all over Europe, right? With specimens that they're getting today with technology advancing. So we've had the conversation with the DCI on the forensic lab. As Nairobi County, we've signed an MOU with Gov Nairobi signed an MOU with Nairobi Police, and what we're doing is 17 constituencies are going to have containers that will have rooms for the male and female and children, so that when you've been a survivor or a victim, you don't end up sleeping in the cells. So we're putting those up. We're also putting up the first government-owned, government-run safe house. We've already got the land. We've already identified the land. The partnership is between Gov Nairobi, who are putting 50 million shillings. 25 million is coming from Nairobi Metropolitan, and 20 million is coming from Nairobi County, who are also giving us the land, and they will be providing the staff to run the safe house. So we're hoping to actually break ground within this month. There's just one more approval that is awaiting to come, so that we can sign the MOU and proceed. So this will be the first safe house. It's really sad that it's taken this long to get the safe house. You are all meeting when we have 16 days of activism, but every single day should be a day where we advocate for safe spaces for our women, girls, men, and boys. So I really thank each and every one of you. As GAF, we give money. We've given money to Wangu Kanja Foundation. We've given Women Economic Empowerment for they were making peanut butter. We've given money to Polycom and Kibra. We've given money to about 7 or 8 organizations. Unfortunately, GAF cannot support NGOs. GAF supports CBOs and self-help groups. But I think we have to change the law so that we can also support NGOs, because we can't just leave you to the foreign donors, right? But we don't have a lot of money, but we're doing what we can to ensure that we help survivors. So I want to say thank you, because I know some of the people that have got a Mary Faith is another one that we supported. There's a time she couldn't even pay school fees for all her students, and we actually paid the entire home's children bursaries, 1 year sponsorship. So I know it's a struggle, especially now during the pandemic. Money is tight. You might not even have enough to do the good work that you do and the support that you give. There's the Psychology and Counselors Act that was passed in 2014. It has yet to be implemented. I'm pushing for that to be implemented. I'm also, of course, pro-choice, and the reason I'm pro-choice is I don't think anyone that has been raped or defiled should be forced to have their child, all right? Because they're already dealing with enough trauma. So we hope that after JMM's case and the ruling on JMM's case, that the government will move to actually release the abortion guidelines, and in that recognize that a woman's well-being is not just biological and physical, it's also emotional, and it's also economical, right? And the courts have ruled to that. So we're going into an electioneering period. I know that this is a tense period because that's the time when we have heightened abuse and attacks. So we're hoping that all the political parties will actually adhere to safe elections, and where we don't end up with violence. But again, it's the citizens that need to do something about it, because the politicians, they may be angry with each other today, tomorrow they're shaking hands, and you're left with all the damages of rape and violence and attacks, and we've seen a lot from 2007. So I want to say thank you to everyone that's here. I cannot stay for longer because I'm rushing to another meeting. This is a period where we're launching Baba's campaign position in Azimio la Umoja, which is of course for peaceful election as well. On the 10th, you're all invited to Kasarani. come there because the 5th president will be addressing you all on everything that he wants to do that's good for this country. Sindio? Yes. Siasa.
Yeah.
I think we need to face the yes. Wow.
You want to see your face? Wow.
Shujaa,